that knows me knows I love my boxing. All right, I'm a fan of the sport. Anytime I get an opportunity to promote the sport, I'm going to take advantage of it. And I really, really appreciate when cats show up, particularly for big fights, and show their brilliance. I don't like choke artists. I don't like people who are elite and then the moment arrives and then you can't find them, okay? I like cats that show you who they are. Is Devin Haney scared?
We'll see. We'll see. It'll come to fruition on fight night. Or when it's time to sign contracts.
Totally agree with you on that. Where's my camera? I totally agree with him on that, and I like that.
And he's a hell of a fighter.
He's a good fighter, but he's not you. He's not you. Devin Haney's not going to get you paid.
You don't think so?
No. But here's my issue with Devin Haney. Devin Haney, I think, made a huge mistake allowing Ryan Garcia to come into the ring at the weight he wanted. Remember when he bet up $500,000 for every pound that Ryan Garcia was overweight? Why would you do that? I'm told that 2, 3, 4 pounds means a lot in boxing.
It do.
All right, so why would you let him do? You were the champion. He wanted your belt. What the hell you do that for? You play right into his hands. So when you lose, even though you ultimately sued him and we found out stuff about Ryan Garcia or whatever, the fact is Devin Haney and his father made the mistake of going into the ring under those.
Stephen A. Smith confronted Devin Haney over his refusal to accept Keyshawn Davis' fight offer, igniting a heated debate across boxing circles. During an interview with Shakur Stevenson, Smith pressed Haney on issues of accountability and legacy, questioning whether turning down the matchup could undermine his standing in the sport.
We doing things different. Is the fight with you and Devin still a possibility? It's up to Devin. Devin running. His father told me to stand on my word, and I ain't getting no response after that. They not standing on their word. But they calling out everybody else but me. I understand, but they gotta stand on their word. Just like you told me to stand on.
Keyshawn Davis claims Devin Haney is avoiding a fight, arguing that Haney frequently calls out big names while never mentioning him. Davis maintains he is ready and fully deserving of the matchup.
I wouldn't say you scared of me because fighters aren't really scared of fighters, but you're ducking me? Like, what is it about?
You don't think fighters are scared of fighters?
And I DM Bill. Yes.
There's some fighters scared of fighters.
Yes. If he say he's willing to do that.
I think we can give Bill.
Yeah, you let us handle that.
Yeah. So
I would be very surprised if y'all do
this data.
Say it again.
I said we're gonna try and lock this date in. Murder gonna talk to you after this, but I'm gonna call Bill tomorrow, and we're gonna see. Well, I don't know if he's still on the West Coast or not, but hopefully it can be face to face. But if not, we'll definitely get him on Zoom. But I think he'll show up. And this way, it don't have to be no back and forth. He said, she said. We'll both have y'all on the show, and then we can know. He can tell us what was in the DMs.
Portraying the situation as Haney protecting his record rather than accepting a real challenge. Keyshawn Davis has been rising rapidly through the ranks since turning professional after earning an Olympic silver medal, building a reputation.
Keyshawn Davis goes out and dominates Ortiz, beats him pillar to post, and knocks him out in the 12th round. 11th round body shot put him down. 12th round body shot took him out. I was really impressed with Keyshawn that night. How about you?
Yeah, no, I was impressed because Ortiz was a handful, and I think that's the best I've seen Ortiz fight. We know that he's a championship spoiler, right? If you're not careful with guys like Ortiz, they can win quiet rounds, and next thing you know, you're in trouble in the later part of the rounds. This fight could have turned out that way, but Keyshawn never allowed Ortiz to play the spoiler, and he closed the show. If Keyshawn wouldn't have got that knockout in the end, then I probably would have picked apart that performance a little bit and been like, you know what, man, Keyshawn wasn't at his absolute best. He could have done this. He put it in another gear. It was a big moment, a big stage, but he closed the show, and he never let the spoiler play his role.
As a confident, outspoken fighter eager to face major opponents early in his career, Keyshawn Davis has openly targeted Devin Haney, saying he would even move up in weight and wait as long as needed to make the fight happen, framing the pursuit as chasing greatness rather than waiting for opportunities. In a recent podcast,
I'm gonna go to 147 and I'm gonna become a 147 champion, and then I'm gonna defend it against somebody at 147.
Devin Haney? Who at 147? Is it Devin Haney? Yeah. Because that's a pound for pound brother right now. And we asked you, who's a fight that's going to put you on that pound for pound list? Devin Haney's at 147, right? And he got a belt.
Now he is, yeah.
And you say you want 147. I mean, what we doing? What we talking about?
Names.
We talking about January 31st. I'm a look great, God willing, And in the future, we going big.
Opportunities. In a recent podcast appearance, he vowed he would go up to 147 pounds if necessary.
You set your targets publicly on Devin Haney. #1 welterweight by ring, most estimations right now, champion. Why is that? Why Devin Haney? And you have half the amount of professional fights he has. Do you think that's something? There's enough in it for him when he's.
I was 6-0 fighting people with 30+ fights, bro.
I don't mean it from that. What I mean is
stopping him.
Why is he
stopping? No, I'm playing. I'm playing, bro. Nah, why Devin Haney, bro? Honestly, because he's a star. He's a superstar.
You asking that question. I felt like that's what it was. But go ahead.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, I'm ready to fight anybody. So I'm going for the stars. And I know Devin Haney is the same fighter from when he was at 35. He's the same fighter when he was at 40. Now he's at 40. So he ain't nothing changed. But his weight, you know what I'm saying? I will knock Devin Haney out. Guaranteed.
To force Haney into the ring. Keyshawn Davis has made it clear he is ready to face anyone, setting his sights squarely on the very top of the sport and the biggest challenges available. From Keyshawn Davis's perspective, he believes his danger
I feel like me and Devin Haney will be it'll be an easy fight for me, bro. Like super easy, bro. Like, and I know I would stop Devin Haney. I've been saying this, bro, before the Ryan fight, bro. He just don't got nothing for me. He got nothing for me. Like, you don't got no power. You got nothing for me to worry about. Like, what are you gonna do to stop me?
Got you.
And what I got coming with, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he don't got nothing to even stop me. His defense is not that good. I feel like I got better defense than him. I know he fought better opponents than me, so you know what I'm saying? So I gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
But I just feel like I got better defense than him.
His resume tough.
Nah, it is.
His resume tough.
But you gotta realize he fought a lot of guys that was smaller than him too, bro. A lot of these guys were smaller than him, and he was saying it in the weigh-ins. You're too small. You know what I mean? So he knew what he was doing, bro. You know what I mean? So everybody got that process.
I see why opponents avoid him. A sentiment many rising contenders share as they argue champions often favor low-risk, higher payday fights, while Devin Haney, on the other hand, continues to follow his own carefully planned career path. There has been no official public report that the World Boxing Organization has warned Keyshawn Davis to stop discussing a fight with Devin Haney or issued any ultimatum, but the WBO has blocked Davis from challenging for the welterweight title because he is not yet ranked at 147 pounds and has not submitted the required paperwork to enter that division's rankings. Under WBO rules, a fighter must be officially ranked in a weight class before being eligible for a title shot, and although Davis has been vocal about moving up and targeting Haney, the organization confirmed.
So as you see right here, the World Boxing Organization, better known as the WBO, has informed former WBO lightweight world champion, superstar boxer, undefeated Keyshawn the Businessman Davis, who has 14 wins, no loss, no draw, 10 wins by way of knockout, that if he is planning, as he says publicly, to actually face off against first ballot Hall of Famer, 3-division world champion, former undisputed lightweight, former WBC junior welterweight, and reigning WBO welterweight world champion, superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney at 147 welterweight, they stated Keyshawn Davis needs to inform them and put in the proper paperwork to make that happen, because he did not. And so they stated if he don't submit the paperwork, he will not be fighting Devin Haney. He will not be allowed to fight Devin Haney. Not for the WBO title.
And he currently cannot fight for the title due to the absence of a formal request to be ranked at welterweight despite widespread interest in social media discussion. There are also other contenders ranked ahead of Keyshawn Davis in the current standings. So if he is serious about fighting Devin Haney, his first step is submitting the proper paperwork to officially move up to 147 pounds. Once that request is filed, the World Boxing Organization can formally consider allowing a bout with Haney. But as of now, officials state that Davis has not submitted any request to campaign at 147, either to challenge Haney for the WBO title or to leave the 140-pound division. And records show he remains officially enrolled at 140.
And there's other people in their ranking system that's ahead of Keyshawn. So if he truly is wanting to fight Devin Haney, then he needs to put the paperwork in to let them know he's officially going to campaign at 147 so that the sanction body can allow Devin Haney to proceed forward. But if Keyshawn Davis does not, and as of today, they stated that, as you see, they're stating that he has not put in a request to go to 147 to fight Devin Haney for the WBO belt and or to actually leave the division. They stated, as you see here, he is still enrolled at 140. And it looks like to them, he's planning another fight at 140. Now, we know all the antics, the promotion that Keyshawn Davis is putting forth as he is, promoting a showdown with Devin Haney. And no need to go into all of that. You guys know what's being done and what's being said.
Suggesting he may still be preparing for another fight in that weight class. At 147 pounds, the stakes rise dramatically as both opportunity and risk increase, with many analysts noting that in today's boxing landscape, championship belts often carry less weight than star power, compelling styles, and fan engagement. Keyshawn Davis' relentless forward pressure that forces opponents into uncomfortable exchanges, while Devin Haney relentlessly pursuing Haney to secure the defining fight of his career, and with Bill Haney guiding Devin and Davis eager to elevate his profile. The promotional narrative alone could rival a major unification bout.
Keyshawn Davis keeps savagely calling out Devin the Dream Haney, and I gotta simply ask, bro, what off at? What off at? Devin Haney fans love that A-side, B-side. Well, A-side got to send the offer. Hey, bro, but Devin got a rematch clause with Cambosos. It don't matter. Send the offer and prove that he really got a rematch clause. Say, bro, Devin Haney already announced his fight with Regis Prograis. It don't matter, bro. Send the offer and prove that he really fighting Regis. Well, Devin Haney fans, Devin should be sending Keyshawn Davis an offer, right? Right? Let me know what y'all think. Smash like, sub up. I see.
Because of course, the performances that Keyshawn Davis has is really more entertaining than the performance that Shakur Stevenson had. We were talking about Shakur Stevenson and Tank in the 135-pound division, but as Keyshawn kept emerging, he was already a conversation of Shakur, Keyshawn, and Davis, Keyshawn. Of course, we got Andy Cruz. They're going to be facing Muradaya on the 24th, but look like that fight is not gonna happen. The primary fight for Keyshawn Davis now, in my opinion, is Devin the Dream Haney at 147 because that's his plan. The primary fight for a Devin Haney, in all actuality, should be now a Keyshawn Davis. If Keyshawn Davis is willing to fight you and they call in and Devin Haney and Bill Haney, shout out to Bill Haney, he's done a wonderful job as a manager, they're saying that they Debo, well, Keyshawn Davis is Craig and Keyshawn Davis is running towards Debo.